Why are masculine names more likely to turn unisex than feminine names? Man is defined as a human being, and woman as a female. Whenever she behaves as a human being, she is said to imitate the male Simone de Beauvoir. The same reason why it's okay for women to wear pants, but men get pushback for skirts and makeup. Anything associated with women and girls is seen as lesser. Because life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. https://u2.bz1 plequ uc equals hmj eca BMW 50p9. A lot of names that end in the I or A sound were one-name men's names until roughly the 1960s, when people decided that they sounded feminine, and they became almost exclusively women's names. Ashley, Bailey, Leslie, Sydney, Lindsay, Avery, Hillary were all exclusively men's names. Femininity is not as highly regarded by society. People feel their male child won't be taken seriously with a feminine name because of this, so less male children are given girls' names. Conversely, they may feel their daughters will be better off in life if she has a male name on her resume or in her email signature, because men are taken more seriously in society. Therefore, more little girls are given male names, and with time these names become unisex. Because men masculinity is seen as the default, while femininity is sometimes seen as degrading or inferior. That's also why women often wear pants, wear the color blue, and can be tomboys, while men don't wear skirts, or usually the color pink, etc. That's what we get for living in an oppressive patriarchal society with strict gender roles. I don't have specific evidence, but I think it is because masculine names have positive connotations simply by being masculine. We live in a patriarchal society, so if you were in a position to choose feminine or masculine, why not choose the one that sounds better to many people? Men have a much deeper confines around their identity in our current age. Men are shamed much more for having feminine presentations. It's a result of putting all the expectations of violence and aggression on men's backs. There is a study that shows that men can't even braid rope without feeling anxious about their gender identity. Let's all work to uplift and support boys, as well as erode the cultural limitations we impose on them. That's the only thing that will make better men. There was a boy named Sue. I'll ask Roger, my sister. Yep, nailed it. Think about how people love the idea of a tomboy girl with a strong name like Charlie or Sam. It's seen as empowering. But you almost never hear people saying they love a soft or gentle boy name for their son. When a boy is given a girl's name, people freak out way more, like it's some kind of huge issue. Life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. It's because men do not want to be associated with anything feminine. Gary. Sexism. Same reason it's fine for girls women to wear all colors, but many boysmen still have issues with pink. I know many parents that have given their daughters masculine unisex names, because when someone looks at a RSum, they do not want it to be immediately apparent that it is a woman. Sad, but that's where we are. Still, in general, there's a greater advantage for women to appear genderless on paper than for men to do the same. Because masculine equals good in patriarchal societies. Giving your daughter a masculine name is chill, you're giving her something masculine, aka good after all. Even societies with fairly strict gender roles tend to give some leeway to a woman who acts like a good, strong, smart, assertive man in certain ways, as long as she doesn't take it too far. But giving your son a feminine name is the kiss of death. That's a weak, bad name, and what if it makes him turn out weak and bad, like a woman? What if people see his name and assume he's a woman, and therefore weak and bad? And then once a masculine name has been given to enough women, it starts to be seen as neutral. I feel like it also depends on the spelling of a name. You see guys named Kelly all the time, but how often do you come across a male Kelly?